Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com. This is episode 37, and today we will be discussing the Vault accounting rankings. The new Vault accounting rankings came out in April of 2017. The Vault rankings are numerous, but the most well-known of their rankings is the Vault Accounting 50 ranking, and that ranks the top 50 accounting firms in the world. Now, Vault arrives at the information for the Accounting 50 ranking by a weighted formula that combines quality of life rankings such as culture, satisfaction, work-life balance, and compensation. So there isn't really any one factor that ranks one firm above the other. It is a combination of all different factors that professionals care about. Now, there's obviously 50 firms in this ranking, so make sure to check out all 50 at vault.com. But today, we're going to be discussing the Big Four accounting firms and where they rank. We'll be going in reverse order of where the Big Four landed in the top rankings. First, let's go over number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Kpmg. Now, Kpmg increased their rank from last year from number 5. I know it's pretty astonishing that one of the Big Four was able to drop out of the Big Four in the Vault rankings. But Kpmg was actually at number 5 last year in this ranking. Luckily, they were able to gain it back this year. And one of the reasons they were able to gain it back is because people enjoy working for Kpmg. And one of the reasons they enjoy working at Kpmg is the training. Now, you don't only hear about this in the Vault rankings, you see this in other rankings as well, that people really enjoy the training at Kpmg. It seems where Kpmg fell short against the other Big Four is compensation, client interaction, and work-life balance. Kpmg also does really well in diversity and other inclusive areas. This takes us to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is E&Y, Ernst & Young. Ernst & Young was able to maintain their rank at number 3 in the Vault ranking, as this is where they were ranked last year as well. Now, why does E&Y rank so highly above all the other accounting firms in this list? Well, it seems that people really enjoy the audit and assurance practice of Ernst & Young, and that sets them apart. And this makes sense because Ernst & Young has some really innovative clients. They have clients in the technology sector such as Amazon and Facebook. And I'm sure that the people that get to work on those clients get similar perks to the people that work on those clients. They probably get to work in cool offices, and they also get snacks provided at the client as well, probably. Having good clients helps the Big Four accounting firms. Let's go to number 2. Coming in at number 2 this year in the Vault rankings is Deloitte. And one of the things that people really enjoy about working at Deloitte is the training as well. They are ranked number 1 in the Vault rankings if you talk about formal training. Another thing that sets Deloitte apart from all the other accounting firms is prestige. They are seen as one of the top 2 accounting firms in terms of prestige. Another thing that Deloitte ranks really well for is their benefits. And this is most likely because of the revision to their paid leave policy that we've discussed on our site before. They increase the amount of time people get off for paid leave. And that takes us to number 1 accounting firm, according to Vault. The number 1 accounting firm, according to Vault, is, you guessed it, PricewaterhouseCoopers, or PwC. And PwC was able to maintain their ranking of number 1. I find this very interesting considering that PwC had a terrible year from a reputation standpoint. And I think this goes to prove that most people don't read the news. PwC had a very difficult year and had many legal battles with companies such as Taylor Bean and MF Global. They also had the huge Oscars mistake in February of 2017. Seems that the people taking this survey were able to overlook all of that. The one thing I like about Vault isn't necessarily the Vault Accounting 50. I don't find the Vault Accounting 50 to offer that much insight into which Big Four accounting firm is better than the other. What I like about Vault is that they have so many other lists. They rank the accounting firms by lists like benefits, internal mobility, work-life balance, formal training, and most importantly, compensation. Let's take a look at a couple of those lists. First, let's look at compensation, because that's what everybody is worried about. You might think that the Big Four accounting firms would be at the top of Vault's compensation list, right? Well, you'd be wrong if you thought that. And this makes sense to me because the Big Four accounting firms are all about enriching partners. They don't necessarily care about the small-time accountant. The smaller accounting firms, on the other hand, are more concerned about employees, and they also might be trying to entice recruits from the Big Four by paying them more. I won't mention all the accounting firms that are in the top 5 of the compensation rankings, but I will let you know that the Big Four are nowhere to be seen within the top 5 of this list. And the Big Four don't even show up until number 10. Now, coming in at number 10 of best accounting firm compensation is Deloitte. After that, you don't see another Big Four accounting firm until number 21. At number 21 is Kpmg, and at 22 is PwC. Ernst & Young isn't even in the top 25. If you care about being compensated well, you might want to look elsewhere other than the Big Four. If you do look at the Big Four, make sure to look at Deloitte first if you care about your compensation. Next, let's take a look at work-life balance, since that's what many people care about as well. The Big Four also struggle in this list, and they are nowhere in the top 10 here either. And the first Big Four accounting firm doesn't show up until number 15 on the work-life balance list. PwC is number 15 on this work-life balance list, and they fell 5 spots from number 10 last year, which is not a good trend for them. And the next Big Four accounting firm is Deloitte at number 23. Kpmg follows closely behind at 25. What this goes to show you is that if you care about money and work-life balance, you should definitely not look at Ernst & Young. In conclusion, I don't recommend spending too much time looking through the Vault Accounting 50. You should look at each individual list on vault.com for the accounting firms that you would like to work at. You should look at compensation, benefits, work-life balance, etc. And then you need to prioritize which of those components matters to you the most. And then after you've prioritized which of those lists is most important to you, you need to see where the accounting firms stack up within those rankings. And you need to compare those to your values. And then you can choose which accounting firm you'd like to work for, or you can see how your current firm stacks up and if you should be working there, or if you can work at another accounting firm that better matches who you are. Well, that's all we have for today. Make sure to visit our website, big4accountingfirms.com. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast, share it with a friend, and rate it when you get a chance. Thanks again.